Hi guys, welcome back to Nana's Nursery and Reborns. I'm Nana, and if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. I just wanted to pop on and participate in this week's Whatever I Want Monday, and I had this beautiful set picked out for our sweet Bria. She is the Maddie sculpt by Bonnie Brown, and it just so happens that these are the colors for Pika Wednesday. I thought that was so funny, but I want to go ahead and get her dressed anyway. So we're going to tag Pika Wednesday in this also, but I'm hoping to still be able to participate in that too. What I want to do this Whatever I Want Monday is actually go back a few weeks from our dear friend Suzanne at Suzanne's Babies. She did a tag request, and she wants you to show a picture of yourself as a child. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a few pictures on here, and I'm going to just share some details with sweet little Miss Bria and do some fun things like that. Bria has beautiful blue eyes, and she is my youngest granddaughter, Briar's look-alike baby. She has this beautiful birthmark on the side of her face, and you can even see the tiny little varicose veining. And if you didn't know, she was reborn by Wendy at Weeby Dolls. And I sent her all kinds of pictures of my granddaughter, Briar. She has pierced ears and very light blushing and pale skin tone, because that's what Briar looks like. She has the beautiful little nail tips and the half moons and the blushing in her hands and the creasing and the nice subtle veining. And here's the other side of her cheek, also with the just very faint veining and the little capillaries and stuff. She's just a beautiful girl. So those are her details. I got her this sweet outfit because I wanted to use these beautiful blue shoes that we got from our dear friend Jan Binkley, and they're very pale blue, almost denim, with a bow and a little strap across. She's wearing white ruffly socks, and then she has a bubble romper on with two big fluttery sleeves, and it's stitched on the outside edges of the sleeves in yellow. But on the print, it's yellow seashells, and this is like a muslin. And then there's a ring of greenery in this beautiful periwinkle blue. And it has a gosh, I can't remember. I think they call that a boat neck, where it's kind of rectangle. I think it's called a boat neck. I don't remember. Anyway, so I went ahead and found a onesie that was the right shade, and that was not easy. But I did find one. And this is just a pale yellow long sleeve onesie that's just under it. And that way we don't see her cloth body through it. And then she's holding a cute little bumblebee lovey with the blue blanket, and has little bumblebees all over it, and the yellow and black. On her little head, she's got the blue bow that matches the shoes and the blue in her outfit. But I kind of had looked a couple times to try and find something to match these shoes, because most of my babies have teeny tiny little feet. And these were a 0 to 3 month size, but they fit little Miss Bria perfectly. Back behind Bria, you see our beautiful little Miss Fairy girl that, oh gosh, I can't even remember when I opened her. Anyway, she's Fairy, and she's actually from Clover Ray. Got her on Amazon. First saw her, I saw her at Tina's Art Angels, and she had seen it on Dory's Dollies. So I wanted to get the lavender version of her. She's got beautiful sparkly wings in lavender, so I thought I would include her too. Also, I have not announced her name. I have decided her name is Wisteria. I couldn't decide for the longest time, and then I settled on that. She has beautiful purple flowers and lavender, and I just thought it was very fitting for a little fairy. It sounds very wispy and fairy-ish. Next to her is my little bunny Flip. He is all done. He looks beautiful. Let me get you closer. I got him all soaked and washed, and he's brushed out, and he's so nice and soft now. And I think it made a lot of difference. It's just funny how we have these things where we're kind of like out of sight, out of mind, that we don't think about it until we pull him out. And I was like, oh gosh, he was kind of a mess. But now his tummy and paws and hands and little cheeks and ears, you can definitely tell that they're white, and they're supposed to be white. So here you go, Dory. He's all beautiful and freshened up. And the last thing I wanted to share with you is this beautiful little girl right here. I went on a search because my grandmother had a Cabbage Patch doll that looked very similar to this in a box. And after she passed away, I actually been looking to try and find one like her. And I actually reached out to our dear sweet friend Janae, and she helped me kind of look around and stuff. So I've got her all freshened up and all beautiful, because she wasn't nearly as in pristine condition as I thought she was, but that's okay. She has beautiful lemon yellow blonde hair and pigtails, and she has beautiful blue eyes, and she has this yellow and white gingham dress on that looks like it has a little white undershirt with white Peter Pan collar, and little puff sleeves with little lace, and the matching bloomers with the little puff lace. But like I said, I had to do quite a bit. So, but she looks beautiful now, and I'm still up in the air what I'm going to name her. But I'm not going to get a big collection of Cabbage Patch. I just knew this was something that I wanted to have in my collection because it meant so much to me. And kind of on that note that I have mentioned a little bit before, because I know I've been wanting to do a chat and just kind of share a little bit more about me and my interests, is that I love conserving things. I'm a tinkerer, I'm a conservator, so if something's broke, I want to fix it. If it's torn, I want to mend it. And so that's kind of what I like to do. I have that passion like that, and it's like, if I'm not doing Reborn channels or watching Reborn channels, I like to watch things like that. And I know probably friends in the UK and stuff would be familiar with this, but I like to watch the repair shop. And it's where different artisans and people will bring in their beloved toys or antiques or paintings and ceramics, and the people at the repair shop fix them. And they also have the dolly and teddy bear ladies, and it's just fun. I enjoy stuff like that. So that's a little bit more about me. Okay, so now on to Suzanne's tag. If you guys don't remember, I had previously mentioned that I'd gotten my little Oliver back here. I think he's, oh gosh, what is he? The Ayana by Gudrun Legler. Anyway, I got him from Suzanne at Suzanne's Babies, and I just love him. He's back there wearing his little green bunny rabbit, and he's holding his little black and white puppy. So I'm going to share a few pictures. I'm actually just going to add them into my editing. And the first one I'm going to show is me in a ladybug swimsuit. And this represents me and my love of water. I have always loved water. Basically, that's how I learned to swim. My dad just threw me in the water and I started to swim. The next one I wanted to share was, I was 1.5 years and I had actually gone to visit my grandparents' house, and my mom had not baby-proofed the house yet, and she caught me in the bathroom, and I was shaving like Papa and Daddy, and I got a scratch on my chin. And for a long time it didn't show up, but when I got older it actually showed up. So I still have this scar on my chin today, and that's how I got it. This one was me, and I have curlers in my hair, and that's when I was 2 years old, and I didn't have very much hair, so my mom tried to do anything to kind of puff it up and make it look like it was a lot more full than it was. But that's when we lived in Alabama, and that's where I was raised from age 1 until 12. This picture is me on the porch at Easter. I was 3 years old, and I accidentally slid all the way down our driveway, because it was a drive where you went from the top of the street and you drove down to the basement level, and I literally slid all the way down on my face. I was with my brother, and this is at the World of Wheels, and it was like the original Batman, the Batmobile. And that is my brother, and he is 2 years older than me. And here is my 4th birthday, and you can see I'm holding up a package, and it's got like a yellow Barbie robe. And I am pretty sure I still have that in my Barbie doll box that has some of my Barbie clothes. I'm not positive, but I think I do. And this one is my brother and I. My mother had dressed my brother and myself up and kept telling us to look natural, but don't look at the camera, and it was so funny. And I actually remember this day. Honestly, if you don't know this about me, I remember very early in my life. I know a lot of people do not, but I do. And sometimes that is to my own detriment. This is when we had some puppies, and we had to hand feed them. I can't remember what happened with Mommy, why the mommy dog couldn't feed the puppies, but I do remember feeding all these puppies with baby bottles. This one is me and my Uncle John, and he was like my second father, and we lost him in 2021. All I wanted for Christmas for 2 years was my 2 front teeth. I think it was in 1st grade. And then this is me with my Mama Jane. She was my dad's mom, and we lost her when I was 8. And then last is my Papa Con, which was her husband. And he is the one that gave me Flip the bunny rabbit that is back here. And that's like the only picture I could find with me with him. I hope that's not too long. It's just kind of fun. It's kind of quick. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm going to start my Bible study tomorrow night, so we'll wait and see how all that goes. But I did actually get all of the St. Patrick's Day stuff off the babies, and they're actually in a tote ready to go back down in our basement for storage for another year. Oh yeah, hang on. Last but not least, I got this beautiful Happy Meal from dear sweet Holly over at Holly's Dollhouse, and we actually FaceTimed each other so I could open it. I'd sent her a couple things for her new Courtney, which is the Ziva sculpt, and she sent me this beautiful little love in return. So this is like a coral and white gingham check outfit that has bloomers, and then it has a swing top with classic Pooh and Piglet and flowers and butterflies, and has little ruffly flutterby sleeves and the matching headband. And this one is just gorgeous. It's just this tulle off-white. It's little angel frilly sleeves. Oh, you can't see it very well, especially with the blanket in the background. It's kind of the same color. Isn't that beautiful? And she's got the tulle and elastic, and she said that'll be beautiful for our Zivas to twin with sometimes. And then little pale pink rose, and then it's got like the off-white tulle flower, and then the greenery is actually off-white too, and it's just like the pantyhose type headband. And she sent this beautiful Easter card. It says he is risen. It has a cross and Easter lilies and beautiful pinks and tiger pinks and yellows. And then it says, he promised it, they witnessed it, we live it. Happy Easter. So sweet. Oh, and it has a fun little bunny sticker on the back. So I think that catches me up with everything that I've been wanting to do and talk about and share with my dolly friends. I love all you guys, and thanks for hanging around and sticking around. I'm going to love you and leave you. Have a blessed week. Mwah. Bye, guys.